All right, we're at Psalm 149. We've almost finished the entire book of Psalms. And as you kind of sweep your way through the entire book, you come to the end, and this final handful of Psalms is clearly a sort of a rousing chorus at the end. It's like a crescendo at the climax of a symphony. It's the finishing moments. And what we've got in these Psalms is a lot of calls to praise. Some people call this the grand doxology. So in the last one we looked at, Psalm 148, it worked its way through all of creation, the heavens and everything on earth, and culminated with the people of God who are near to him. Psalm 149 begins with them. Praise the Lord, sing to the Lord a new song, his praise in the assembly of the godly. Okay, so the focus here is immediately on the people who are his, in this case, talking about Israel. And they're celebrating something specific. They're celebrating God's giving of victory. Look at these first 4 verses. Could it be that they've just had a battle of some sort and they've been successful? Absolutely. Let Israel be glad in his maker. Let the children of Zion rejoice in their king. Let them praise his name with dancing, making melody to him with tambourine and lyre. For the Lord takes pleasure in his people. He adorns the humble with salvation. The idea of salvation here is probably deliverance. God has taken pleasure in his people. He has brought deliverance, salvation. He has blessed them. They are victorious. Now, the rest of the psalm, from verses 5 to the end, almost seems to be going beyond whatever the victory was, and perhaps anticipating a sort of a sense of ultimate victory. Ultimate victory here, that I suppose maybe it's not too much of a stretch to say what we're reading here is a little bit like the book of Revelation is to the whole of the Bible. When you get to the end of Revelation and you see the fall of mystery Babylon and so on, Babylon the Great is fallen and Christ comes on his white charger and the victory is won. It's kind of what we have here in Psalm 149, a similar sort of sense. As we come to the completion of the story, we're celebrating that the war is won, will be won. Let the godly exult in glory. Let them sing for joy on their beds. That's security. Let the high praises of God be in their throats, and 2-edged swords in their hands, to execute vengeance on the nations and punishments on the peoples, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute on them the judgment written. This is the honor for all his godly ones. Praise the Lord. Okay, so is this looking backwards or is this looking forwards? It seems to be looking forwards, doesn't it? It's this great anticipation of ultimate victory. After everything that we've seen, because of who God is, his greatness, his grace, because of his care for all of creation, because of his specific care for his own people, he gives them victory. He's brought victory to them over the years many times, and they can look forward to ultimate victory, to ultimately being on the winning side. And that, of course, is the great hope for all who belong to God. We can read this psalm, we can also read the book of Revelation and remind ourselves, our God wins. We're on his side, right? We get to join with him in his ultimate victory. And so even as we're waiting for that, even if right now there's a sense of darkness and impending threat and so on, ultimately we win because he does. And therefore, we should praise the Lord. Psalm 149, there's one left. Next time, Psalm 150.